Michael stood in the middle of his garage, now a makeshift workshop, staring at the piles of wood and epoxy resin he had gathered. Clara was out for the day, giving him the perfect window of opportunity to start his project. He wanted to surprise her with something unique for their 30th wedding anniversary, something that symbolized their journey together. Clara had always loved handcrafted furniture, and Michael had decided to build her a bench with an epoxy table. As he ran his hand over the raw planks of wood, Michael's mind drifted back to the early days of their relationship. He remembered the first time he met Clara at a small cafe downtown. She was sitting by the window, her reddish brown hair catching the sunlight. Lost in a book, he had been instantly captivated by her, and with a nervous courage he approached her. They had talked for hours, sharing stories and dreams, and by the end of the evening, Michael knew he had found someone special. The sound of a power drill brought Michael back to the present. He started measuring the wood, cutting each piece with precision. As the sawdust flew and the smell of fresh cut timber filled the air, he recalled another memory, their first home. It was a modest house with creaky floors and a leaky roof, but it was theirs. Together, they had painted the walls, planted a garden, and filled it with second-hand furniture. Clara's favorite piece was an old rocking chair they found at a yard sale. She had spent hours sanding and varnishing it, transforming it into something beautiful. It was this love for creating and restoring that Michael wanted to capture in his anniversary gift. With the wooden frame taking shape, Michael began preparing the epoxy resin. He mixed the resin and hardener, carefully following the instructions. As he stared, he thought of the many challenges they had faced together. The early years were tough, juggling careers and raising their children, but they had always supported each other. He remembered the night when Clara stayed up late to help him with work projects, and the mornings he made breakfast to give her a few extra minutes of sleep. Their lives had been a series of give and takes, always finding balance and strength in their partnership. Pouring the epoxy into the mold, Michael watched as it filled the gaps between the pieces of wood, creating a beautiful glossy surface. He used different pigments to add swirls of color, reminiscent of the sunset they loved watching together from their porch. As he worked, he thought about the trip they had taken, the places they had seen. There was a spontaneous road trip to the Grand Canyon where they camped under the stars, and the romantic gateway to Paris where they wandered through art galleries and sipped wine at sidewalk cafes. Each journey had brought them closer, creating a tapestry of shared experiences and cherished memories. While the epoxy set, Michael turned his attention to the final touches of the bench. He sanded the edges, ensuring everything was smooth and perfect. As he worked, he reflected on the quieter moments of their life. The Sunday mornings spent reading the newspaper together, the long walks in the park, and the evening sitting by the fireplace talking about their day. It was in these simple, everyday moments that Michael felt the depth of their love. They didn't need grand gestures or expensive gifts. Their happiness was found in being together, in knowing they had each other no matter what. At the bench near completion, Michael felt a surge of excitement and nervousness. He wanted his gift to be perfect, to convey how much Clara meant to him. He knew she would appreciate the craftsmanship, but more importantly, he hoped she would see the love and effort he had put into creating it. This bench was not just a piece of furniture. It was a symbol of their life together, a testament to their enduring love. On the morning of their anniversary, Michael woke up early to put the finishing touches on the bench. He polished the wood and buffed the epoxy until it shone. He placed the bench in their garden under the large oak tree where they often sat and talked. With a banquet of Clara's favorite flowers on the seat, he stepped back to admire his work. When Clara came downstairs, Michael took her by the hand and led her outside. Her eyes widened in surprise and delight as she saw the bench. She ran her fingers over the smooth wood and glossy epoxy, tears welling up in her eyes. "Michael, it's beautiful," she whispered, turning to him with a smile. He took her in his arms, holding her close. "Happy anniversary, my love," he said softly. "I wanted to create something special for you, something that reflects our journey together." Clara hugged him tightly, her heart full. "This is the most wonderful gift anyone has ever given me," she said. "Every time I look at it, I will think of us and I will know the memories we've made." They sat down on the bench, their hands intertwined. As they looked out at their garden, they talked about the past, the present, and the future. They reminisced about the challenge they had overcome, the dreams they had pursued, and the love that had grown stronger with each passing year. Michael felt a deep sense of contentment. In creating this bench, he had not only given Clara a beautiful gift, but had also rekindled his own appreciation for their journey together. He realized that their love was like the bench, built piece by piece, filled with color and warmth, and polished by time and effort. It was a love that had withstood the test of time, growing more beautiful and resilient with each passing year. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the garden, Michael and Clara sat side by side on the bench, their hearts full of love and gratitude. They knew that whatever the future held, they would face it together, drawing strength from their shared memories and the enduring bond that had built over 30 wonderful years. The bench stood as a testament to their love, a symbol of their journey, and a promise of many more years to come. It was more than just a piece of furniture. It was a reflection of their life together, crafted with love and filled with memories. And as they sat there, looking at the world they had built together, they knew that their love would continue to grow, just like the beautiful bench in their garden. In the days that followed the anniversary, the bench became a focal point in their garden, a place where they would often sit and talk, sharing their thoughts and dreams. Michael and Clara found themselves spending more time together, rebirthed the closeness they had always cherished. The bench had not only brought them a beautiful gift, but had also strengthened their bond, reminding them of the love and commitment that had carried them through 3 decades. One evening, as they sat on the bench watching the stars, Clara leaned her head on Michael's shoulder. "Do you remember our first date?" she asked, a soft smile playing on her lips. Michael chuckled. "How could I forget? I was so nervous, I almost spilled coffee all over you." Clara laughed, the sound like music to Michael's ears. "And I thought you were so charming despite your nerves. That was the day I knew you were someone special." Michael kissed the top of her head, feeling the warmth of her laugh. "We've come a long way since then, haven't we?" "We have," Clara agreed, "and I wouldn't change a thing. Every moment, every challenge, every joy, it's all about our story." As they sat there, enveloped in the serenity of their garden, they talked about their future, dreaming of new adventures and experiences. They spoke of visiting their grandchildren more often, exploring new places, and continuing to create beautiful memories together. Consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this.